opportunity for you to jump on and ask those questions. And if you missed the live, then definitely still leave those questions. I see every comment. So if you want to leave me something nice, I appreciate that always. If you want to send me something mean because you're upset, go ahead and do that too. Release that anger, that frustration. You don't need to keep that. You don't need to be stressed out. No reason to. We got one life, one opportunity. Let's live it. This is purple coneflower, Echinacea purple coneflower. And this is a really nice flowering plant that I wanted to grow in my aquaponics system. I want to see this flower out. Look at the beautiful blooms. And I figured I'd share this with you because it's been a while. I've had this in here for, I don't know, it's been months. And I haven't seen any action yet, on the plant. So when I seen something bloom, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a live. Justin, what's going on, my brother? I appreciate that fire. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate the comment, too. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me, man. It really did. So, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? This guy gets it. He appreciates what I'm doing. I'm going to keep doing it. I could do a lot more videos, and I should. But like you and like many people, I'm working. So, and I work all day long, and then I have other activities that I've got to do. So it's a busy life. In the HVAC life, you're very busy. But luckily, I have this time, opportunity to be doing this, so I'm happy. Hope you're healthy. Hope you're happy. Just showing off my plants, man. I've got a bunch of plants in here, a bunch of healthy roots. I grow a lot of my plants using aquaponics. Uh-oh. Got the net pot. Oh, my goodness. Be careful. Be careful. Don't tear anything up. First time showing the Echinacea purple coneflower, and you're going to tear it all up. This right here is a bunch of stalks. That's all that's left because I did a harvest yesterday, and this is what's left. A bunch of net pots with some dirt in the solo cup, red solo cup method. Yeah, what's going on? Got some more. Yeah, join on in. Red solo pot, that's right. I'm going to cut that roots system off, and then I'm going to put that over in the fish tank like I've got that other root here, and then these guys can eat because they love roots. You're hungry, aren't you? I'm going to get you some food. But I'm growing some of this because it smells delicious. It's really, really healthy. Super happy. Yeah, man, that's a 400-gallon, Justin. It's a 400-gallon fish tank. If you want one like it, check out Perpetual Food Systems. And you can shop around. There's a bunch of... I use Botanicare. Okay, cool. Man, okay. I'm going to check out Botanicare. So, yeah, I'm just using that 400-gallon tank. And then we're going into 2 little mixing barrels, compost barrels. I got a little UV light in there. Keeps my filters super clean. So, and I got my little air pump, irrigation line or PEX tubing, and that's for all the air stones. So all the lights where they're off, that's where I had a bunch of plants, but I did a harvest. So I've got this right here left, and then I've got these plants over here. There's about 4 or 5. That one over there looks really nice. Let's go take a look. Actually, I probably shouldn't stand on this. I'm going to walk around. Did I turn on the lights? Yeah, I turned on the lights. So what's everybody doing? What are you guys doing tonight? Relaxing? I hope so. Oh my. Hello, darling. You look wonderful. I mean, absolutely wonderful. And they're ready too. Look at that, look at that. How uniform. So, how long you been doing HVAC, Justin? Well, I was on a SOE stream, but I figured I'd come over here. Oh, very cool, man. What's John up to? I try to watch him every time I see him on Facebook, which is not, well, actually it is quite often because he's always on. Same time every day, 9 o'clock. And then throughout the day, various parts of the day, he's on there. And he's working. He's real motivation, man. John is real motivation. He's been a great motivation and a motivator in my life. So, gotta definitely give him respect because I love the guy. I love him and I actually love the whole crew, everybody at SOE. And I would do anything for John if he needed me right now. Best believe it, I would be there to help. This is a little bit crooked, isn't it? So let me know what you're doing. Let me know. Oh wait, is the camera? Yeah, the camera's pointed towards me. Man, that's bad when you forget what. It's a 1-year program. Just about to take my EPA test for Mod A. Very cool. I was on SOE, okay. Let me turn this around so you guys can see me. It's a 1-year program talking about the secondhand fitness equipment market. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, okay, so he's talking about that right now. 3rd month. That's awesome. You're on your 3rd month, so you're already about to take your EPA. You're on your 3rd month. That's really cool, Justin. Very cool, man. That's exciting. So you're going to be able to buy refrigerant with that. That's one thing you'll be able to do. You'll be able to go to a distributor. You'll be able to go ahead and buy refrigerant, and with that, you can handle refrigerant. You can have it with you. So that's what that means. That's really cool, man. Very cool. You're going to need that. You're going to have to handle 410A. You might have to handle R22. Some dealers are getting rid of R22. They're not using it anymore. They're using the retrofits, new 22, 22B, 407C, all these other refrigerants. I don't really like them. I like R22, but it's really expensive. It's like $800 or $900 a jug. So that's why a lot of people are getting away from it. I understand totally. It's just, I like R22. I like the fact that duct systems could work at a static pressure that allowed the duct system to be a little bit smaller, and we still were able to work within, great suction pressures. Like R22 works at 70, and during the summer, 95-degree weather, air conditioner works at 70 and around 150, sometimes 250 on the head pressure. So that's suction and head. And whereas 410A units, now we have to size ductwork 0.05, and it's 4 or 5 inches smaller than all the duct systems that you find in the industry right now. I go to a package unit where I'm going to change out a package unit for a customer, and I measure the ductwork, automatically 4 inches too small, guaranteed. So I have to make adjustments, field adjustments, modify the ductwork so it'll work. But that's cool. It's a 1-year program. I'd love to know what kind of program you're in. That way I can kind of recommend that if that is a good program. And it is hands-on training, right? Anyone use ammonia systems for anything? Man, really don't use a lot of ammonia systems. By the way, I love that picture of that shirt that you sent me. That was cool. Ammonia systems are really not used much, but those, I know that they were used a lot, especially in older plants and factories, hospitals. And you have systems that, held hundreds and hundreds of pounds of that. So, but I don't deal with anything like that. Definitely don't. I might one day. I hope I do. I like all the experience on all kinds of different equipment that I can get. Yeah, hands-on. Okay, cool, Justin. Very cool, man. Hands-on is going to be definitely something you need to be able to figure out what you need. The name of the school is NETS in Rhode Island. Wow, you're all the way in Rhode Island. So you're from, wow, Rhode Island. That's amazing. A lot of my following comes from that area. Actually, my biggest areas for followers, and it's strictly for the HVAC people that are watching, the demographics for my HVAC audience is New York, California, it's Los Angeles to be exact. And then for New York, my dad almost got seriously injured by a multi-fuel refrigerator in our old motor home. Really? Was he working on it, or is just near it and something happened where it was catastrophic? It caused some type of leak. I know that some refrigerators now use propane. In fact, I fixed John Willis's commercial refrigerator and freezer, but I think it was his refrigerator. Maybe it was his freezer that I put R290 in. That's propane, and it's apparently dangerous in large amounts, but it only held 5 ounces, which was unbelievable. And when I graduate, I'll be an apprentice for a few and work my way up. Cool, very good. That's exactly the way you need to do that. A slow start is a good start. The only way to learn something is to get the opportunity and actually do it, because if you don't do something, you're never going to learn it. And that's what a lot of people don't understand in this industry, that people don't give you opportunity. Nobody gives you opportunity. You have to do it. So that means you have to want to first. If I sit here and I go, man, you know, I wish I could do that, but I never go, I want to do that, and then I don't try to do it, then I'm never going to do it, period. A lot of people want so much opportunity, they just want to cry about their circumstances and not really think and strategize and start actually putting towards the effort to do what they want to do. It was an ammonia refrigerator. It ran on propane, 110 or 12 volt. Wow. That's amazing. 12 volts, so it had both connections for the hookup for either one. That's pretty cool. But ammonia refrigerator, that thing must have been super old. I bet it was super large too and heavy. I would love to have a picture of that. I bet that looks amazing. I bet that thing is huge. It's probably got like 4-inch thick walls. 1980. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about 40 years ago. 40-year-old fridge. That's pretty good. I'm learning about capacitors, relays, contacts, and how all that stuff works. Single pole, double pole throws, timers, stuff like that. The electrical stuff, very cool. And know kind of what you can do with them too. I'll show you something really cool, and then also I want to ask you a question. Let me know what content that you need. Let me know what I can do, what video I can make to help you. If you want me to make a video about a transformer hooked up to power and then connected to a relay or a thermostat to that relay that closes it, powered by the transformer, let me know. I can do a video. I also built my own lighting timer for my LED lights, and I've got a video that you can check out, and it's on how I did it, because I have 4 circuits. Circuit number 1, 2, 3, and 4. They all have a separate relay or a contactor, and they control one set of lights. They each have a breaker. LED 1 breaker, LED 2, LED 3, and LED 4. And then I have a thermostat that controls when my lights turn on or when these relays are engaged. I'm powering it with a transformer. Power my transformer with my voltage from one of the circuits of the lights, and then my secondary voltage is used to engage the thermostat, to power the thermostat. And then when the thermostat closes the signal, it energizes these contactors. And what it does is, I've got it to where when it turns the heat on, that means turn the lights on. I'm just using that signal to turn my lights on, to energize all those coils. So it's amazing what you can do. I just saved myself at least $500, right now probably $1,000 for a timer. I built it myself just using normal parts that I had at my shop. Contactors, which are relays, thermostat, transformer, easy. That would be great, dude. Yeah, check out that video if you want. But yeah, anything, man, let me know. I mean, if you want me to do that video, I'll do that video. I'll do that this weekend. And I can show you how to hook up the transformer, talk about how you can do it to 110 or 120. I'm sorry, 110 or 120. 110 or 230. And it just steps down the voltage so that you can have a control voltage source. Because you got to have a source of power for your controls. Because your controls usually have coils. Coils need to be energized so they can actuate the contacts of the relay. So yeah, definitely, I can do all that kind of stuff. Let me know what content you need, because this is not only going to help you, it's going to help me. My channel needs to be filled with knowledge. If it is, the more knowledge, the more people can utilize it. But I've got to be able to have those different pieces of content so that more people will look. You see what I'm saying? So I do my content to entertain, to educate, and to equip. That's what I want. I want to entertain you, but I mostly want to educate and equip you, because I know that's the easiest thing for me to do. There are a lot of channels, man, and I'll tell you, a lot of channels have great thumbnails. A lot of channels have great music. A lot of channels have a great intro. My intro is me going, hey, this is what we're going to talk about. Let's do this. Blah, blah, blah. And that's what I do. And I'm glad to do it that way because it's easier for me. Alright guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to go ahead and probably cut some of these roots. You want to look at my marigold? I'll tell you what, you guys should check out the fish for a minute. It's pretty cool, huh? Let me know if you got a good view. I just wanted to set you there and see if they get up to the surface so you can see them. So every day I go to work, and actually now I work out every day. I've been doing that just to try to give myself an hour of time to where I'm doing something that is sort of relaxing a little bit, you know. Maybe it's just a time where I've set aside to do something besides work. But it's pretty much work, but I like it. And then after I get done with that, I see my kids, they do things, and spend some time with them, and then I go to the aquaponics facility, take care of the maintenance, which is nothing. I come in here, I feed the fish. I never have to check the filters anymore. As long as you feed the fish properly, you never have to mess with the filters. So, and I usually harvest, or I'll prune, and then I'll hang out and I'll look at all this stuff because I love plants growing, and I think it's part of what I need to do every day. I watch basically all your videos. A lot of them are too far ahead. I know you do a lot of commercial. I'm learning the basics right now. Basics. Well, man, let me know what I can do, Justin, to be able to do videos that can more, I guess, not just cater, but help you. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to really, maybe I am ahead because, I don't know, I guess you haven't experienced it yet, but you're going to experience it. And then you're going to start to build your direction, your compass, your motivation. Maybe that's what it is, motivation. Once you experience it, that's when you're going to think about it in different ways. You're going to go, I can do it this way. Maybe, yeah, this will be faster for me to do it this way. Or there's just so much that you're fixing to learn. It's going to be awesome, man. You're going to love it. And then this is where you get to choose. This is where you get to figure out where you want to take your career, because there's so many different avenues of opportunity when it comes to HVAC. How long did it take you to get into commercial? I just got in. I really grew up in this. My dad started working in appliances and stuff in 1980, area 1985. And when my dad started the company back 30 years ago or longer, I started doing sheet metal work when I was 14 during the summertime. Dad put me with the crews, so I was with them underneath the houses, putting pipe together and stuff like that. So I really didn't know anything. And after I did that, I went ahead and went to school when I graduated high school. 2 weeks later, I was into McKenzie Vocational Center, had one of the best teachers that you can have. And he's awesome. But I got in there and learned just theory like what you're learning. But at part-time, I was at Fuller's, which was the company, and I was doing tech work with the tech, riding around and stuff. And then when I got out, it was me doing just servicing cleans, changing parts, changing a lot of parts. I changed a lot of parts for another technician, and that's how I learned, because they would diagnose and I would go out and change parts. And I made so many mistakes, especially when I started working after parts. I mean, so many mistakes. So I think that changing parts is a good idea for somebody else, compressors, TXVs, indoor coils, and then, doing all aspects of the what companies do in the HVAC industry, as far as install, learning how the units are installed and what type of techniques, methods you use to not only install but to commission, because there's a lot of new technology, and if it's not installed properly, then things really go haywire as far as controls and electronics are concerned. So knowing how and what method to use. A lot of different manufacturers now offer training. Distributors have portals. You can enter these websites and have portals for webinars, and not only that, but training. So there's so much of that, continuing education. I remember, and there's basic stuff. There's heat pump training, gas heat training. You're learning what components are used, what the process for the sequence of operation is and how to do elimination. How do we eliminate what's working and what's not working? So you're going to learn a lot of that. But I started in residential. I know this is a long answering process. I want to give you as much as possible. Plus, somebody else may come on here, and you may be watching this right now. If you are, give me a like if you like what I'm saying. Thank you for watching. I started in residential, but when you're in residential, there's customers that own businesses and they have rooftop packages or they have splits, and there's not only plants, there's manufacturers, suppliers, there's different businesses, commercial, that have units. There's churches that have commercial units. There is municipalities, electrical cooperatives, co-ops or whatever, restaurants. So you're working on commercial equipment as well. You've got residential customers, which are very, very many, but businesses have commercial units. So I did both. I got it my feel from day one, because the company I work for and have worked with and for is, we do it all, residential and commercial. So it's, I would say, light commercial. My largest job was over 200,000. It was 230,000, and it was 40-ton rooftop packages and 25-ton rooftop packages. But I'm always trying to do more. I'm part of a company called Electric Farms. We have a processing center and a big dryer, and I needed a chiller, so Samsung is what I offer for VRF equipment, mini splits, ductless. So I went with Samsung chiller. I was not trained on that. I ordered it and I read all the books, and I didn't have support until I went to a training, which I was told I had to do. But I did it after the fact, not because I needed it. I had it. I had the unit installed and had it working and everything like that, not because I really needed it to get done what I needed done, because I had to do it regardless. So, and I wanted to use Samsung even though it was expensive, but these units are awesome. And I knew opportunity was going to be waiting for me later on down the road if I knew how to do this. But the equipment manufacturer that I used was not even designed for what I did. But now there's a new application. And because of it, it opened the doors. So now I'm more confident in the product that I've been able to install. I know how to install it, know how to train others to be able to install it, to help them to be trained. And I can go to a larger customer base, commercial, industrial customers. I can walk through the door and go, hey, I have this, and I know I can save you money, save you space, save you effort, time, whatever it is that I'm offering. I know that. I can go in there and I can get that job. So I can sell it, I can install it, I can service it, maintenance, all that, and that creates opportunity. So, I didn't know how to do it, but I bought this dryer and we use that chiller to chill the water for the dryer. So it's fantastic what the HVAC industry's done for me. And I went to school. I graduated after 20 months. It was a 24-month course. Got out early because I wasn't going to do refrigeration. I've done refrigeration. I worked on a cooler today. I'm actually probably going to install some equipment for that cooler. I've installed equipment for freezers, coolers. I've worked on both. I've done commercial and residential refrigeration, and I've done commercial and residential HVAC. So, and I've learned a lot more because I like learning. So that's the first step. You got to like to learn. And anybody that doesn't like to learn, that doesn't like you to learn, you need to get away from them as soon as possible. Love you guys. So, I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. What are you guys doing tonight? What's everybody doing? You haven't told me what you've been doing. Justin, keep giving me advice about what content you need. Tell me what you want. Share the video. Definitely keep up the comments. Thank you so much. This right here, engaging with me, helps the algorithm to know that my channel is actually beneficial to somebody. So, I try to do as much content as possible. I could shoot content so much during the day, but it takes a lot of time, and I've got a lot of responsibility. When I wake up in the morning, I got a lot to do every day. But I'm working towards financial freedom. I'm working towards just a better, more creative environment for myself. So you should be doing the same. We need to be more creative in life because we have a lot to offer that society sometimes doesn't really give us the opportunity or the environment to offer it. You know, people just they don't support, we don't support each other like we need to, but we do need to support each other. So definitely thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Take a look at the beautiful plants. I've got to get these roots out of here. I just don't want to. All right, it's time to feed the fish. Here we go. Compressor, condenser, metering device, evaporator, the way it all works. This stuff is in my EPA book right now. Nice! And if you need me to do a video and give you a brief overview and talk to you about how it all works, I can do that. Subcooling, superheater. Yeah. Low side, high side. Good deal. Hey, I've got a video. It's like 30 minutes long. It's about superheating, subcooling, and charging. It explains it perfectly to you. Let me know if that helps too. All right, it's time to feed these fish. They're getting super hungry. I'm going to go ahead and feed them. Had to order some more fish food. I am running out. All right. Come on. I don't know. You guys are hungry. You guys are so hungry. I'll tell you what, let's swing this light over here. Shed some light on this situation. Look how beautiful. I love it. 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 Beautiful colors. Isn't that awesome? And I've harvested a bunch of them, so it's awesome, man. I'm so happy. So excited. So yeah. 30 minutes, guys. We have went 30 minutes into this live. Thank you for everybody that's been on the live tonight. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. Just want to do an update. I'm doing pretty good. Where are you growing marigolds? Let me show you. Right here. I've got 3 in here. I took one outside and it didn't make it. So I'm keeping these in here just for IPM, indoor pest management. And I've got the ERV, the fresh air, turned off just because I don't want to have any more load in here because I've got so many lights and the air conditioning is just really not that big. It's only 3 tons between that wall mount air handler there and that 4-way cassette up in the ceiling that ties to that Samsung multi-zone condenser. So I've got the ERV turned off. My CO2 is super high. Ever since I took out a lot of those plants back there, ever since I took out a bunch of those plants, my CO2 levels started going up. I'm going to show you. Yeah, every 12,000 is 1 ton. That's right. Do bugs not like them? Do they attract them? But yeah, bugs, they don't like them. Definitely not. So it's a way for me to have indoor pest management without using harsh chemicals. So 46% relative humidity, which is great. Then we've got, and that's great during flowering stages, 73.9 temperature and 600 on the CO2. Usually, if this was all filled up with plants, we would not see 600. We would see probably 400, 300. But as the plants are not here, not present, that means we're doing a lot more off-gassing. Okay? We're creating carbonic acid. We have all kinds of different gases that are being released from the aquaponics system. All right. Now here's my ERV. I don't have it on, but I do have a dehumidifier. It's right here and it's running. Oh, pumping out some cool air. What's happening here? Oh no. No, my dehumidifier must be messed up again. It had a leak in it and I fixed it. That's how I've gotten a bunch of this equipment for a very good price, is because my Samsung mini split system, bad compressor. I fixed it, got the unit for super cheap. Dehumidifier, got it for free, fixed it. So try to save money where you can, and being an HVAC technician, you're able to get equipment. By the way, little bitty piece of advice here. If you want to get some equipment, what is that? If you want to get some equipment for really cheap, you can actually call distributors and you can ask them. Now, you have to be a dealer, okay? You got to be a dealer. But you can actually ask them if they have any damaged equipment they'd like to sell. And if they don't want to sell it, tell them, you'll take it for free if they want to give it away. They might not. They might sell it, but they'll sell it for a cheap price. Do that, all right? I love you guys. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. Again, this is Tad. One more time. I'm going to show you something else, actually, and then we're going to get off here. Echinacea purple coneflower. Just want to show you, it's been a while. It's starting to flower. It's beautiful. And I've got another one right here. So now you can say that you've seen an Echinacea purple coneflower plant in an aquaponics system. And I'm glad you were here so we could feed my fish together. It's awesome. This is Tad reminding you, do not forget to water your plants. Thank you so much. Panic at the Disco. Panic at the Sitco. Yeah, look that up, marigolds. They are great for pest control. 1 ton, 12,000 BTUs. You're definitely learning, Justin. Congratulations. You are definitely investing in your future. You're going to add wealth to yourself, because the more you know, the more you can grow. The more you're worth. All that. Know that your time is your most valuable asset. You cannot put a dollar limit, a dollar. There cannot be an estimation of its value, because it's unestimable. And then you have the trust that others have in you, and this is the second thing that I'll say. It's the second most valuable thing that you have, the trust that others have in you. So it's immeasurable. So think about that. Have integrity. Walk circumspectly. Love you guys. Have a good night.